we're going to cool things down immediately because it's quite hot up here, and I'm sure you're hot too. We can't play everything up tempo all day, or else we'll. I don't know what will happen, but it won't be good. That was Gonna Fly Now, Oscar winner from about 1981 from the film Rocky. We now go to a wonderful song made famous by Louis Armstrong, and this is What a Wonderful World. Thank you very much. So we would like to welcome up to the bandstand our vocalist for the next tune, Sophia Hughes, who's going to sing a fantastic Tom Jones tune called It's Not Unusual. I do have a really good Tom Jones joke, but I'm not going to tell you now. But if anybody wants to call me later on, I'll tell you a real cracker, actually. But I'm not going to do it in front of 300 people. Anyway, this is a great song and a great singer, so please enjoy. Thank you.
To see
I owe Sophia an apology, actually. I play the trumpet as well, as you all know, probably. I've just actually picked up Sophia's trumpet and played that in that tune. We have exactly the same trumpet, so I did it. That's not the worst of it. The worst of it, I did it in rehearsal as well. So, Sophia, I'm really sorry. If you want to, I don't know. Anyway, it seemed to have quite a few of the right notes in, so it's good. Our last tune of our first set is from the musical Encanto. Thank you. And this is a great song called "We Don't Talk." Bruno. Now, I am always getting it in the neck from my wife for playing it far too fast. But I've talked to the band, and I'm really sorry, we're going to play it at the speed we want to go. Okay? So if you want to listen to it slower, then put it on Spotify or something. Alright, this is our band, it's our stage. So we're going to go at this speed right now. Okay? Sorry. She's going to kill me.
chimney tops, that's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds may fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? Leave happy little bluebirds fly above the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't Let's say goodbye with a smile, dear, just for a while, dear. We must part. Oh, don't let the parting upset you, or Lord forget you, sweetheart. We'll meet again. Don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know down by home below. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. After the rain comes the rainbow, you'll see the rain go, never fear. Oh, these who can wait for tomorrow, goodbye to sorrow, my dear. We'll meet again, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know down by below. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. then again I've longed for adventure, something to make my heart beat the faster. What did I long for? I never really knew. Finding your love, I found my adventure. Touching your hand, my heart beats the faster. All that I want in all of this world is you. You are the promised kiss of springtime that makes the lonely winter seem long. The breathless hush of evening that trembles on the brink of a lovely song. You are the angel glow that lights a star. The dearest things I know are what you are. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I'll know that moment divine when all the things you are
As you know, Mr. Rossi is leaving after 22 years, and there's lots of alumni and old members of staff knocking around. And I didn't think, I think it was appropriate that we got a couple of people to say a few words about her. Having been here 22 years, I reckon that's 3 people that we needed to speak about her. So first up, can you all hear me? Can you hear me right at the back over there? Yeah? Thumbs up. Over the back over there? Yeah, we're good. So first up, from, I don't want to say how long it is, no, I'm sure you will, but it's the wonderful Mel Spencer. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you all hear me? Good afternoon, or should I say, shush! as anyone who has misbehaved in Miss Rakowski's class will know very well. I've been tasked with writing a speech about the early years of Miss Rakowski's career at St Helens. It's hard to believe the time I'm talking about is back in 2004, when an even more fresh-faced than today Helena, I think I'm allowed to call you that now, stepped foot in a not yet refurbished music department to take on an entire roster of class teaching, choirs, orchestras, AVRSM exams, tea concert, and 600 or so emotionally volatile grade 4 cellists. Or maybe that was just me. There are so many notable moments from this time. An orchestra trip to Belgium, a tense battle where both chapel choir and cantores attempted to topple the reigning champions, Headington, from the top of the Oxford Music Festival, a legendary production of Fiddler on the Roof. But the highlight for me was, and for so many of Helena's pupils from this time, is the 2005 trip to Paris. Move this down a bit, I'm actually quite short. I wanted to highlight this trip because it celebrates what makes Helena such a brilliant teacher. Impeccable organisation. Who else would try and squeeze 3 concerts into 3 days, including singing a Disney medley at actual Disneyland? Brilliant musicianship, discipline, and an incredible sense of fun. Somehow, we were the visiting choir singing Sung Mass at Notre Dame Cathedral. A short speech can't accurately convey the enormous musical and spiritual power of this experience, but even in the 20 years since, there have been few performances that have had such an impact on me as a person. It was a privilege to be able to make music together with the passion and heightened emotions that come with being a teenager in such an iconic space, and every single person who has had the honour of being taught by Helena will likely have their own personal version of this formative experience. As far as being taught by Helena goes, I'm not actually the best qualified to talk on that. Not because I wasn't taught by her, or because she wasn't a patient and generous classroom teacher, but because I actually dropped music as a subject before GCSE because my dad said it wasn't academic enough and I should take history instead. Yeah, I know, thanks Dad. I soon realised my enormous error when I had to learn about the Battle of Jutland every week for what felt like eternity, while all my friends learned about different musical periods and composed their own pieces. When I tentatively decided to study music for A-level before pursuing it at university, Helena, along with the wonderful Robert Patterson, who's here today, was really quick to encourage me and help me catch up on the years of knowledge that I'd missed. I have her partly to thank for the now 15-year career that I've built in the classical music industry, and I've been able to build a job doing something I feel really passionate about every day. So thank you, Helena. I know my musical journey is just one of the many that you've helped shape over the years. So I'll pass to Heather, who will be able to share a little bit more.
I'm going to follow Mel's wonderful speech. We're talking about Miss Rakowski's reign in the 2010s. I'm going to stick with saying Miss Rakowski for now because Helena still feels a bit weird. I might slip it in from time to time. But like many of us here today, music was a huge part of my school life. So much so that I spent literally all my free time in the music department, sometimes even when I was supposed to be in lessons, much to the annoyance of the PE teachers. I didn't do a single bit of PE in my whole school existence. I don't think I ever attended registration. Miss Rakowski, poor woman, had to see my face pretty much every day at 8:40 a.m, either at quintet rehearsals or in chapel choir. Chapel choir will forever hold a very special place in my heart. It was my alto era. Miss Rakowski gave me the honour of singing alto 2, and I will never forget those bottom Fs on "And my mouth shall forth thy praise." I can't sing that anymore. And Miss Rakowski every single morning had incredible enthusiasm, right bright and early at the start of the day, especially in her conducting the bangers such as Jubilate Deo and The Snow. Miss Rakowski is an absolutely brilliant leader and accompanist, as you all know very well, and I'm sure has accompanied thousands of exams, concerts, festivals, shows, you name it, covering up any mistakes, of which there were a fair few from me, and always being so supportive, so kind, and so patient. She also accompanied us in all senses of the word, as Mel mentioned, on the school music tours, of which I also have many highlights. A particular one for me that sticks out is performing Pirates of the Caribbean on a Spanish beach with a giant inflatable shark we bought as a kind of tour mascot. I was taught by Miss Rakowski throughout my time at school, and somehow she helped me to go on to study music at university, which was quite miraculous given my hatred of the Bach chorale rules and my somewhat lack of compositional flair. I'm not sure why we did this, but a memory that really sticks in my head is some dress-up days we had in Lower Sixth. It was me, Bethan Annabel and Miss Rakowski, and we dressed up. I promise we were working hard, and we had many, many laughs. Miss Rakowski worked tirelessly to help us achieve our goals and made music lessons so enjoyable. I mean, who would ever complain about having to learn about musical theatre as part of the curriculum? So finally, I can't make a speech about Miss Rakowski without mentioning the school musicals. The Wizard of Oz was my first show with Miss Rakowski, and it was the moment I realised that that was something I really wanted to do. Singing Over the Rainbow on the YPH stage with Miss Rakowski accompanying and the school band behind me is a memory that stayed with me ever since. Miss Rakowski, along with wonderful teachers like Miss Grant and Miss Watt, they helped me discover my passion and what eventually became my career, with so many other shows like epic productions of Guys and Dolls and Les Mis. I'm so grateful to Helena, yep, still feels weird, who gave me so much time, energy and belief. And I'm just one of so many people that can stand up here today and say very similar things, because there are some teachers that just leave a bit of an indelible mark, and you're certainly one of them, so thank you for everything. I'm going to pass it to Darcy.
So we're now at Generation 3, and what a roller coaster these last few years have been. From the class concerts of Year 7, an ordeal endured by all Hellcats and their unfortunate teachers, to the alien times of COVID music making, and to a trip for our fun-sized A-level class of 2, third wheeling Mr. Rakowski and Mr. McNaughton on their date to the Barbaros. Mr. Rakowski has been a true inspiration for me over the last 7 years. I think with each year I'm becoming more and more of a mini Rackers, now repeating history and heading off to Queen's clutching my oboe just like she did. I've been asking people for their favourite moments with Mr. Rakowski, and unsurprisingly many of them involve chapel choir. For me, the moment I truly fell in love with music was when I joined chapel choir in Year 10 and was welcomed into such a warm community where friendships and passion are fostered by such a uniquely kind, caring and ambitious teacher. Mr. Rakowski has a unique ability to claim alto identity whilst being able to sing a top A during rehearsals and switching speedily between parts to help us. These two talents are highly reflective of her versatility and ability to adjust to everyone's individual strengths. The last few years have brought many changes, but it seems Miss Rakowski has only continued to add to her list of talents, becoming an expert sound engineer during COVID so that a tea concert or rehearsal was never missed, and the SHSK Music Instagram has never looked better with her impressive real abilities. Though I have to say I'm still a little bit salty that I wasn't allowed to do an Instagram takeover. A concert I'll never forget was the JTS concert of 2022, where we sung Pirates of Penzance. With COVID restrictions still in place, we stood behind plastic screens with the overhead lights rapidly increasing the temperature of YPH, and before I knew it, Grace had keeled over to my left, soon followed by Rose, plummeting down the stage to my right. Amidst the chaos, as altos were carried off stage, we were urged to carry on with some vigorous hand-waving, persevere, as Miss Dougal would say. No significant head injuries were sustained, by the way, otherwise I wouldn't be telling the story. This determination for the show to go on is very much in the spirit of Miss Rakowski, although perhaps her enthusiasm went a step too far in the last spring concert, as her baton flew from her hands towards Anna. Miss Rakowski's compassionate and encouraging character means everyone can get stuck into music making and experience the immense joy of it. Whether this is through the exciting new edition of Pan Band, teachers and students, looking at you, Miss Dougal and Dr. Pringle, taking part in a rock and pop concert, or joining one of the many, many ensembles we're so lucky to have, Miss Rakowski ensures everyone feels welcome in the music department. However, I'd be remiss not to mention her own intense enthusiasm in this area. Whether she's dressed up as Cruella de Vil, keeping her cool, playing the typewriter with concert band, ensuring Patterson's house music victory streak continues, or even playing her oboe in a tea concert. The passion she has for teaching and inspiring students continually shines through, and I'm sure I speak on behalf of all of us in saying how truly grateful we feel to have had you so central in our lives at St Helens. As I rather melodramatically said in my scholarship audition a few years ago, for me, a day without music feels genuinely unfulfilled. Now that you and some of us are moving on, I've been thinking about how many of us would be really rather different people today if it weren't for you. So I just want to say a huge, huge thank you on behalf of the innumerable people you have influenced in your time for making our time at St Helens so wonderful and full of music. I really feel like you've given a lot of us a second family within school.
Good afternoon, everybody. I think my moments are numbered to about 3 seconds, probably, which is helpful. What is really lovely is, even though I identify as being from the early era, which is quite a humbling moment for me, what everyone has said just resonates so clearly with what my experience of being taught by Helena was back in those days. It's that note that comes through of total inclusion. Such a warm and caring and steadying leader, and such a wonderful advocate for all of the girls that have kind of walked through the corridors of this school and expressed an interest in music. There have always been exceptional musicians at St Helens, and Helena's own incredible skill has always nurtured those individuals. But she's always just welcomed everyone that wanted to have a go, and if that stays with you, the confidence that gives you, the feeling of belonging, and that you're welcome to join a chamber group, or maybe even play the harmonium and fiddler on the roof. That's the stuff that sticks with you, and that's the power that a really amazing music leader can have in the school. On behalf of some of the alumni and former staff community, we've got a little gift for you. People have mentioned the amazing productions, haven't they been brilliant? So we hope that you and Duncan will enjoy an evening at the theatre on us. If you can bear to come up and receive it.
Find it difficult to recognise the person that these students are talking about, but that was truly wonderful, and I'm not going to say very much right now other than just to thank so much everybody who's had a hand in today. To see so many alumni, staff and students has been an absolute joy for me. We have Becca who's just spoken was in my very first form when I arrived in 2003, actually now, not 2004. So she was in my very first form, she was in year 9 then, and somewhere around about is Eugenie, who was in my very first A-level class. She was in the upper 6th when I first arrived, and she's here tonight as well, this afternoon as well. But all of you, thank you so much for coming along. It's made this afternoon an absolute treat, an absolute pleasure. And none of this, I would never have been here for all this time if it weren't for these amazing young people and their fantastic music making. It's made it an absolute joy, an absolute pleasure, and the easiest job in the world, because I get to work with them every day. So I will obviously miss it and them hugely, but the time is right, and it's time to move on, and it's time for new things for the school and new things for the department. But thank you so much for today, and let's have a bit more music, shall we?
If you were involved in that secret thing that nobody knows anything about, could you come up this way? We'll do it here, I think. So we put the word out for some former members of Big Band to maybe kind of turn up and play, which is exactly what we're going to do. I'll tell you about them in a minute, but we're going to, once we're ready, I think we've got 3 tunes, and then that's probably it for the day. But yes, Big Band has suddenly got twice as big, so I just apologise to the neighbours, really. Anyway, here we go. On trumpet all the way from a few years ago. Now, Laura, give us a wave, Laura. Laura famously gave up tickets to see Beyonce at Wembley Stadium because it was on the same day as Jazz Afternoon. That is the kind of commitment we're talking about. And now she's seen Beyonce, so it's all good. And we welcome Annabelle as well. Annabelle used to bring her lunch to every single Big Band rehearsal. She used to sit at the back and eat her lunch, and Big Band was always an absolute treat. And then we have Imi, and with that we have Hattie, Imi and Hattie from Tootles, legendary brass quintet from a couple of years ago. So nice to see you back. We've got Charlotte Smith, multi-instrumentalist, played piano in Big Band, played French horn in Big Band. And on the front row we've got Liv Young from a couple of years back, and we've got Millie Hughes, star of many a show. It's so nice to see all of you. You were always stars in Big Band, and you know, we're very pleased and proud to have you back so you could celebrate Helena's last week at work. Right, next tune is Uptown Funk.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.